I promised everybody we would do our best to hold this to around a half an hour. So in the interest of time, I really think we should get started. And that means Eric and Daniela, I'll let you take it away.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Michelle. Well, good morning, everyone. I know it's Monday, and for us at our household, we're extremely excited because tomorrow is the start of school for our kids. So it's been a long summer, but we're really excited to be here today. And I think first, my wife and I, we both just want to say thank you to everyone for your commitment and also for your time. We know that everyone is busy and they have these busy schedules, so we're super excited to co-host this year's Hope of Dawn event. We were asked earlier this year, and throughout the last couple of months, we've had numerous meetings with Michelle and Mary, and I want to give a special thank you to Michelle and also to Mary for including us, and then also for all the hard work that you're doing for this organization. So we're extremely excited to be a part of it. And to kick it off, we want to first introduce ourselves, but then also just have everyone be able to introduce themselves and then, either give us a fun fact or tell us where you work. Like Michelle said, we're on a tight time frame here today. So I'm just going to kick it off. Eric Hatzier. I'm the Vice President of Marsh McLennan here in Grand Rapids. We work in helping companies ensure risk and put strategic plans together. So I just want to say again, thank you. I'm going to pass it off to my wife. She can introduce herself. And then if everyone, I know it's going to be a little bit hard because there's no way to do this in order, but everyone just feel free to jump in and just introduce yourself. So Daniela, if you want to introduce yourself.
Thank you, Eric. Yeah, thank you again to kind of what Eric was saying. Just appreciate everyone's time for this journey where we're all going to go together. So to introduce myself, I'm Danielle. I'm the HR manager at ITW Drawform in Zealand. So ITW is a diversified manufacturing company based out of Illinois. So been with them for about 3.5 years.
Hey, Michelle Bottrell.
I'm back. Hello.
Hi, there's some people in the waiting room waiting to be let in.
Oh.
I'm Mary Slavkowski. I know some or most of you. I'm the Vice President for Advancement over at Family Promise of West Michigan. I'm thrilled for the help and support of Eric and Daniela and all of you as we undertake this first table hosted event. So thank you.
I'll jump in. Hi, everybody. I'm Matt Tidgen, owner of Lead Marketing Agency. We're happy to be working with Family Promise and excited for the event. And I will pass it over to Brenda.
Good morning. I am Brenda Partee, and I work with Be Our Guest Events. So we are helping plan this table event, and we are so excited to be here. How about Dana?
Hi, everybody. My name is Dana Hebriard, and I work at Grand Valley State University. So it is an exciting time. We have lots of students setting up their residence hall rooms today, and I just dropped off my son at Michigan yesterday. So it is nice, as Eric and Daniela were saying, it's nice to see the routine getting back in order. So I love a Michigan summer, but I also like structure. So yeah, here we begin. So, and I'll pass it over to Heather.
Thanks, Dana. Yeah, so Heather Merrick, my kids started school this morning. So thankfully back into somewhat of a normal routine, but I currently work for a specialized recruiting group. We're partnered with Express Employment Professionals. That is changing as of next week. I will actually be working for SHRM, the Society for Human Resources Management out of DC, starting on Monday, which is super exciting. I've been a volunteer with Family Promise for, 5 or 6 years. And a lot of different, yeah, Lisa's shaking her head at me. So super excited about all of the different changes that have been going on in my world and to be a part of this event. So yeah, I think Claire.
Hi, everyone. I'm Claire Horlings, and I work in the community marketing and outreach team for a joint venture between a statewide health insurance company and a national insurance company. And a fun fact is I have already filled my table. Thank you very much.
Yay.
Overachiever as always,
Yes.
Claire.
Okay, let's see.
I am Monica. I'm retired.
Thanks, Monica.
And yes, of course, Claire filled her table.
Already.
You got any other friends? Maybe they could come to my table. I don't know who else hasn't gone, but I'm done. I haven't gone. I'll jump in. I'm Michelle Bottrell, and I'm the head of Be Our Guest Events, which helps nonprofits have successful fundraising events. And we're thrilled to be working with Mary and the team over at Family Promise. And a really fun fact about me, if you don't know me at all, to kind of sum up everything I am, is that I've written a very short story for Star Trek, and I'm so geeked to be part of their actual universe in pocketbooks. So if you look me up on pocketbooks, you can find the short story I wrote 15 years ago. If I'm part of the Star Trek universe, it's like, yeah. Anyway, next, I thought I saw Tanisa, and I don't think she's gone.
Yes, hello everyone. I am Tanisa Fry. I'm the CEO of Family Promise of West Michigan, and so ecstatic to have you all to sign up to be table host. I've attended these type of events before, and one thing I know for sure is the table hosts play a great part in the success of the event and allowing us to increase awareness around Family Promise and the work that we do. So thank you all so much for being here.
I haven't gone, so I'll take my turn. I'm Lisa Volk. I'm the COO at Family Promise of West Michigan. Super excited for this event. I have attended, not hosted, a table host event, but they are great opportunities to share a story. I'm super excited to work with all of you. Is Karen Ricketts really out there? I see her name on the list. I was gonna.
Yes, I'm
Karen.
here.
Hi, Karen.
Lisa. I wasn't sure when to jump in, and
I know,
I'm
I didn't
at
see
the
you on
lake.
video.
Yeah, I don't have my camera on. I'm at the lake with the kids, and so I just joined in from that. And for everybody else's information, I'm retired. I was a co-worker with Tanisa at Farmers Insurance when we were both working there. And I've been a part of Family Promise for quite a while now, probably 10 years, I'd say, maybe. Can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, okay, good, thank you.
Hi, Laura and I are here too, but we can't get video to work. So hello, everybody. Hi.
Why don't you introduce yourselves?
Yeah, this is Laura Zylstra, and I'm on the Mary's team for fundraising and community engagement. And Michelle, I do just general annual fundraising.
I am Michelle Scudder, and I am on Mary's advancement team, and I am a jack of all trades, master of none. No,
Nice.
I do a lot of the in-kind, and then I've been helping with the events, and so just touching base wherever I can help, or wherever Mary sees I'd be a good fit. So
I think that's everybody. Yes? All righty. Mary, I think you're up next. Go right ahead.
Hi, everyone. So just want to say thank you again. Could not be able to do an event like this without all of you being willing to invite 7 of your besties to come and learn more about Family Promise and help support the mission of the organization. The great thing about a table hosted event is there's no cost to attend, where there is an ask at the end, but it's a way to bring people together to learn more about our mission and be invited to join along with us and help support the families that we work with day in and day out. We're hoping to grow many of you is champion for our families, and our hope is that by hosting a table, you will grow in your understanding of the work that we do, with a sense of purpose for the greater good. As our mission and tagline say, we're working to end homelessness one family at a time. To give you just a very brief idea about, and I apologize, I'm fighting just a lovely cold in August. If I lose my voice, but I just want to share. So the face of homelessness is very different than maybe what you see on individuals that are experiencing a housing crisis. You normally don't see our families. You don't see them on a street corner or just out in the community. One of those reasons is because they don't want their children taken away. And so as we're working and helping these folks, you'd be, I think, surprised by what possibly becoming homeless could mean, or housing challenged. And I'll give you an example. We were contacted by someone who works at Amway, and they and their child were living in an apartment. And it turned out that the apartment building was sold to a company from out of state. In a matter of a month, their rent was going to be tripled. And even with savings, this person was afraid that they were not going to be able to have a place to live, because even with their resources, they just simply didn't have the money. And so they had reached out to us because they didn't think that they would be able to continue living in the place that they had stayed. And as you all know, housing is such a challenge here in West Michigan. And so using that as an example, our families are for the most part are trying to work, have a job, but there is just such a problem with affordable housing. And so you being along with us on this journey and help raising the visibility of the work that we're doing, we are so appreciative for that. I will hand it to you, Michelle.
So, Mary, how many families a year does Family Promise usually help? About?
I would like to invite Tanisa or Lisa Valk to do that. I'm going to start coughing in a minute.
Yeah, I
sorry.
can tell you that. So if you
Yeah.
look, our results for 2023, we served just under 1,100 families, which translates into over 4,000 individuals, and 2,600 of those individuals were children.
Thank you. So you guys can all see we have so much to do in order to be able to help these families not only have a place to live, but also if they find themselves in a situation where they might see that coming, or maybe they've overextended themselves because of a medical emergency or something. The Family Promise staff also works with them on budgets and support and all kinds of things to help them figure out what they might do next. So, what is the role of a table host? There's actually 4 things. And first, we are so grateful for you for doing this. And as complicated as we might make it sound today, it's really simple job. It's as simple as number 1, filling your table. So we are hoping for 38 hosts. Only some of you are here today. We are recording this so that if another host comes in, they can listen to it later. And we also have the booklet that I sent to everybody. So we're hoping that you will fill your tables with 8 people. That includes you. Invite your friends, your associates, your acquaintances to be guests at your event and sit together with you that morning at your table. Ideally, this will be the first exposure to Family Promise for most of your guests. And as much as you might love retired Aunt Sally, who is 99 years old and probably needs some comfort that day, if Aunt Sally is not capable of either donating or volunteering for Family Promise, we're asking that you don't invite Aunt Sally to the event, but that you focus on people that might help us extend our mission into the area. We can always connect with Aunt Sally later if there's another way that she might like to get involved. but for this event, it might be best to leave her at home. We're asking while you're at the event that morning, which is only an hour long, about 30 minutes of that event will be just having breakfast with those that you invited. And so if you could lead the stories around the table and facilitate the discussion, we will provide talking points for you. And or you can share if you have a personal story and connection story with Family Promise, you can share that. We also ask you to be an example for your table hosts. So when it comes time to fill out your donation card, if you would please take that donation card, even if you've donated before and don't intend on donating anything that day, would you please take your donation card, put a nice note on it to the speakers that morning, say, hey, great job. I'm just doing my duty here. Seal it, put it in an envelope and seal it up, because the people at your table will look to you and follow your example. And so they don't need to know that you're just writing a personal note. We want them to follow your example and fill out their donation card too. And then if you could follow up with your guests afterwards, a couple days later, and say thank you and maybe get the feedback from the event and let us know what that feedback is. If there's anything we can reach out to them about, that would be awesome. If you don't know how to invite a guest, if I did send along a booklet yesterday, and on page 5 of that booklet, here, let me share the screen. Well, I thought I had it pulled up. I think it's this one. Hold on. But it's not that page. Here it is. Nope, and it's not that page. Hold it one more time. There it is. Can everybody see the Family Promise screen? I lost all of you, so somebody tell me yes or no.
We can
Yes, we
see
can.
the screen.
Okay, wonderful. As long as it looks like Family Promise.
But I don't think you're on the part of the booklet. I don't think you're on page 5. Oh,
I lost you all. Did you come back?
yep. But we lost your screen share.
Okay, thank you. Hold on, let me do this again. At least I know where it is this time. One more time. Okay, so on page 5 of the booklet that we sent, there is some suggested wording. You can copy and paste this into an email if you want, or you can call the person, and we honestly would suggest that you do call the people that you would like to invite, and use this as a script. Once the person accepts your invitation, I also sent you an electronic postcard, and you can give that postcard to them. If you invite somebody in person, they are much more likely to say yes than if you send an email. If you send an email, you might very likely have to send that email 3 or 4 times. It doesn't mean that they don't want to come. What it means is that they got busy with other things and didn't get back to you. So please be persistent. If they say, gee, I'd love to come, but I'm busy that day, they can always, most of the people in the Grand Rapids area know about these breakfasts and lunches. You can always invite them to give at familypromicewm.org. And to also sign up for the newsletter if they want to know more about it, which is also, again, at the website. So let's go through a little exercise. If you could grab a pencil and a piece of paper, we're going to help you figure out who it is that you might invite to your table. Most of us have an idea of 1 or 2 people, but when it comes to filling a table with 7 other people, sometimes that can be a little more difficult than what we want it to be, especially if we get a bunch of people that say no because they're busy. So don't give up. Often, because to fill a table of 7 more people, you might have to invite 10 or 12 people. That is not uncommon. It doesn't mean people don't want to come. It just means that we all have busy lives. So I'd like to read to you what the mission of Family Promise is. The mission of Family Promise is to end homelessness one family at a time by engaging faith-based and community organizations to help provide emergency shelter and basic needs to families with children who are experiencing homelessness, and to provide additional programs to assist them in finding housing and sustaining their independence. So with all of that in mind, I want you to make some notes. These notes are just for you. We won't ask to see them. They're just to help brainstorm your brain, get your brain working on who you might invite. So what extracurricular groups do you belong to other than work? Do you belong to a prayer group or an exercise group or a bowling group? Think about those groups and then jot down the names of some of your favorite people in those groups.
So you should be all set with having your. Okay, I approved your PTO, so your time sheet should be all set.
Now, if you have a spouse or partner, and if I'm going too fast, just tell me to slow down. What extracurricular groups do they belong to? And name and jot down some of the people that might be in those groups. Because of the mission, maybe you know someone that has a large family and can really relate to what we do. Who do you know that has a very large family? How about, are there 2 or 3 people that you've invited to a holiday dinner that were not your family? Who do you know that is always volunteering for something? Do you know anyone that might be on another nonprofit board? They usually have a great understanding of these kinds of things. Now think of the service people that you interact with. Maybe your grocery clerk, or your dry cleaner, or your carpet cleaner, or your window washer. Jot down the names of 2 people that you like the most. So remember, I didn't say that they had to give a lot of money that day. We will entice them that day. We just want them to maybe be able to give something. Who do you know that might have experienced homelessness or had to sleep on a friend's sofa until they got back on their feet? If you know anybody like that, please write their name down. They could definitely relate. Who is your attorney, your banker, your accountant or money manager, your insurance or real estate agent? Who sells you your cars? Who is your doctor or dentist? You know you have to invite your dentist. It'll be the first time you ever have a real conversation with them, right? When their hands aren't in your mouth. Who is your pastor or someone in your church that you work with? Of all of those people, who are their secretaries or office staff that you especially like? Of all of those people, do you know any of their spouses? 2 more questions. Who in your office is Mr. or Mrs. Social Butterfly? And who do you know that is always selling you something? Oh, I'm having a makeup party this week, or candy bars for my kids, or Tupperware, or Zapata, all that stuff now. They owe you. Okay, who has written down at least 5 people you hadn't thought of before? Anybody? Yeah, raise your hand. 2 or 3 people? Sometimes I even get 10. So hopefully this gave you, at least jogged your brain about people that you might want to invite to the event. Please make sure and invite them. Now, really quickly, because we're running out of time, I just want to review the checklist with you that is on page. By the way, there is an agenda draft on page 9. And the table host checklist is on page 7. You can read that yourselves, but there's some pretty important points in there that I want to make sure that we review. When you invite somebody, please give them a copy of the electronic invitation that we sent last night so that they have a copy of all of the information. Please let us know of those that are unable to attend, but that you want to have more information about Family Promise. We'll coordinate what that information or outreach might look like. We'd love if you could send your RSVP list into us by September 2nd. That's only a few weeks away. But if there's any changes after September 2nd, please come and let us know. No problem at all. You can email that list in. There's a place for you to handwrite your notes at the back of the booklet we sent you. And then email it to events@familypromisewm.org. That's also on your list. The day of the event, if you could please arrive 10 or 20 minutes early, just so that your guests see a friendly face when they get there. Set the example like we talked about by filling out your card. And when you're done with your pledge card, if you could seal it up, put it in the back in the big envelope that we're going to give you, and collect everybody else's and put them in the big envelope, and then give them to a staff member. That would be great. We'll have staff members by the back door. And then within 2 days, call and thank them for coming and give us that feedback. That's all I have. Does anyone else have any questions? Anyone have any questions? I'm tired of talking. You're all muted, so you'll have to unmute. Okay, if there's no questions, we are here for you. If there's anything we can do, Eric, I'll let you and Daniela wrap it up.
Yeah, absolutely. The last thing I just want to say again, thank you guys all for your time. I have one more ask of everybody. So we are looking for a sponsorship of $12,000 or 3 of $4,000 or 2 of $6,000. It's the end of the year. I know a lot of corporations, they budget out their expenses early on in the year. But if any of your employers or any of your friends who are looking to do a final contribution to an organization this year, this would be the event to do it. We would be happy to chat with them. I know Mary would be happy to get on the line, but we are looking for that. And that's kind of our last item that we are looking for. It's not a huge amount, but we want to be able to cover this event so that it's not coming out of pocket. So if there's any companies that would like to talk about this, I know Mary would be happy to do that. And that's my final ask. I don't ask a lot, but I am asking for this. And I want to kind of wrap that portion very fast, because I want Family Promise to be able to just go into this event relaxed and confident and excited. So if there's anyone that is willing to help with that, this is my ask from you guys to take a look around, look at your network, look at your friends, your companies, and see if there's anyone that would like to donate and be a sponsor for this event.
And those sponsors that day would get exclusive benefits and recognition at that event, correct, Eric?
Yes,
yes,
that is correct. But again, I do want to say thank you to everyone. We really appreciate it. Michelle, thank you for coordinating a lot of this. It's not easy to get 20 people in a room together at a Monday, right when school's starting. So I appreciate your efforts. And Mary, thank you. And I can tell Mary's a little bit under the weather. So Mary, thank you for joining, and we hope you feel better too. And Tanisa, always thank you.
Thank you.
For running this organization and letting us be a part of it. So we're all extremely excited. And I want this to be fun too. I want everyone to like get to know each other, have fun. And, you know, we're obviously doing this for Family Promise, but I want everyone to make at least 2 new connections as well. Because it's Grand Rapids. It's very important to be a part of the community, but it's very important to be in the community as well and to be doing this type of work. So thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you, Eric and Daniela. We appreciate you hosting and just you all being able to take this time, some intentional time to increase awareness about Family Promise. This is consistent messaging we've heard over the years, is that Family Promise is this well-kept secret, and we're growing out of that now. And this event will help us continue to do that because the work we do is so very important. So to be able to share it with the community is going to be wonderful. So appreciate all of you, your commitment to this event and to our mission. So thank you.
Let's not be a secret anymore. Let's shout it from the rooftops. And let's make sure that everyone knows who Family Promise is. That might have been back in the day, but 2024, 2025, we want to make sure everyone knows who Family Promise is. Well, thank you, everyone. I think that is it. So thank you, everyone. Enjoy your Mondays. Get those kids back in school. If you don't have kids, come pick my kids up. It's completely fine. You can borrow them. We appreciate it, guys. Enjoy your Monday.
Hey, everyone.
Thank you.
thank you, everyone.